Good morning, boys. We had started R.K. Narayan's story, Leela's friend. We had done certain portions. Boys, I would like to recapitulate the entire important points. Mr. Sivsankar was brooding over the problem of servant. That means you can very well remember that they had no servant, and suddenly Siddha arrived at the gate and he asked whether he wanted a servant. Boys, try to remember what had happened at that time when he asked, Mr. Shivsankar asked Siddha where he worked, what happened. He gave some answer that he worked in the house of a doctor. He was there, not convincing answer. No convincing answer was coming from Siddha. Yet, at that very moment, Mr. Shivsankar was not anywhere showed an iota of suspicion. Not at all there was any suspicion in his mind that the would-be servant is not giving any convincing answer. Now, Mrs. Sivsankar said that he appeared not worse than the others who have worked there. And what happened really? Leela came, their child, and Leela said that she liked the person and he must be given the job. And from that time onwards, Siddha was appointed as the servant. And what kind of salary he was given, what kind of work he had to perform, you have to keep all the things in mind. We were discussing a particular point. At the moment, what had happened? Leela used to call Siddha at any moment, and at that time, what happened? Whatever work he was doing, he came because Leela had called. And we have seen a very interesting moment when he used to throw the ball in the sky and the ball came. He used to tell Leela that it was the ball had certain amount of moon sticking to it. And then he proved convincingly to Leela that there was little bit of moon sticking to the ball. And what we have to remember that Siddha had great imagination, great sense of imagination was there, fertile imagination was there. And this point we were discussing, what is in the sky Siddha? What is innocent child Leela asked a very simple question. What is in the sky Siddha? And what was the answer? God, he said. And this was the point we had left the chapter in the last class. Now we will proceed further. Boys, I am sure you are sitting with the notebook, with the book, so that you will be able to write if something I am telling you to underline or to write something. Now, if we stand on the roof and stretch our arms, can we touch the sky? Boys, you were also child and you have seen many children. What happens exactly is that children ask weird questions, imaginative questions, and they have to keep in mind that immature child, they are going to ask any kind of question. And she is asking, when she has got the information that ball is sticking to it, moon is sticking to the ball, then she is getting the information from Siddha, her friend, that God is above. At that, she has a question. If we go to the roof and stretch our hand, will we be able to touch the sky. What is if we stand on it, can we touch the sky? Not if we stand on the roof here, he said. But if you stand on the coconut tree, you can touch the sky. Boys, see the answer. He is such a smart person. Siddha is such a smart fellow. He is telling that it's not possible from the roof, but it's possible from the coconut tree. And he says, but if you stand on a coconut tree, you can touch the sky. What an answer, what a smart answer. And naturally, the child is going to be convinced with this. Have you done it? Asked Leela. Again a question. Yes, many times, said Siddha. Siddha is telling that he has done it many times. Child, innocent child, Leela asked, have you done it? And Siddha has answered for everything. He says that he has done it many a times. Wherever there is a big moon, have you done it? Asked Leela. Yes, many times, said Siddha. Whenever there is a big moon, I climb a coconut tree and touch it. Again, a special answer. When there is big moon, he does this kind of. Does the moon know you? Again, innocent question was. The child is not leaving him, asking another question. Does the moon know you? Yes, very well. Now come with me, I will show you something nice. The question, does the moon know you? He said, yes. And now in order to give the proof that moon knows him clearly, you will see what happens and how imaginative Siddha is. Just see this. Yes, very well. Now come with me, I will show you something nice. He is going to produce the result rather, or you can say, prove it that moon knows him. They were standing near the rose plant. Imagine, rose plant, they were standing near the rose plant. He said, pointing, you see the moon there, don't you, from the rose plant? Above the sky, he showed. You see the moon, you are able to see. Okay. Yes, now come with me, he said, and took her to the backyard. Now, Siddha took the child to the backyard. Just imagine. There was a rose, you can imagine, in the front place. Then he took the girl at the backyard. He stopped near the well and pointed out. Near the well, backside there was well, and he took the child there, and near the well he said, look at here. Pointed up, the moon was there too. Just imagine, moon was there too. We know it, we are mature people. Now, a very small child of 5 years, what is she going to do? She is going to simply believe that moon is the friend of Siddha. The moon was there too. Leela clapped her hands and screamed in wonder. She was screaming, shouting in wonder. The moon here, it was there. How is it? It was such an incredible thing for Leela. It was absolutely, amazing thing coming in front of Leela. I have asked it to follow us. What is the answer of Siddha? He says, I have asked it to follow us about. He told Leela that moon was given the order by Siddha to follow them from front place to the backyard. And the moon is obedient to the orders of Siddha. I have asked it to follow us around. It's an important line, boys. You have to underline it. Lining questions will be given. And you have to remember, I have asked it to follow us about. These kind of special lines will be given and questions will be asked. I am just asking you to underline it so that when I give the question, you will be able to relate it, remember it. Leela ran in and told her mother, Siddha knows the moon. Again, this is a very important line. Siddha knows the moon. This one you also underline. So boys, the reaction is coming from Leela in front of her mother. She is telling her mother that Siddha knows the moon. And boys, it's a great, amazing fact. She is, getting and she is seeing the thing in front of the, in the backyard that the moon had returned there. At dusk, boys, the dusk time, you know it, I think. The opposite is dawn. Before the sunrise, the area is lighted. There is no sun in the sky. That is called dawn. After the sunset and before the evening, the time period is called dusk. And it is the time when the children are asked to return home, come inside. It is not a safe place for children to move. Now what happened? At dusk he carried her in. When there was dusk time, Siddha brought Leela inside. And she held a class to him. Now, boys, one thing very common. All of you have done, and I have minutely watched one thing very clearly. Boys, when you were in class 1, 2, try to remember, you also took a chalk and the gate or a wall of your house became the blackboard. Whatever you saw there, teachers doing, writing ABCD and all, and you returned home and you pretended to be a teacher and played like that. And it is such a common thing, and same thing is happening here. See this. She held a class for him. Leela held a class for Siddha. She had a box filled with catalogs, illustrated books, stumps of pencils, paper, pencil, books, everything was there. She was a teacher. It gave her great joy to play the teacher to Siddha. You see, children love to play the role of a teacher. And she was doing exactly the same thing here. It gave her great joy to play the teacher to Siddha. She made him squat on the floor with a pencil between his fingers and catalog in front of him. It was the style of teaching followed by Leela. She had another pencil and a catalog commanded. Now write. As a teacher, she commanded. Now write. And he had to try and copy whatever she wrote in the pages of her catalog. She took the pages of the catalog, wrote something, and Siddha was asked to copy it. That was the style of Leela as a teacher in front of Siddha. She knew 2 or 3 letters of alphabet and could draw a kind of cat and crow. Now, 1 mark question will be asked. Which alphabets she knew? She knew 2 or 3 alphabets. What did she know about drawing? She knew how to draw, anyhow, could draw a cat and crow. These are the informations you have to write in the objective questions. Boys, one multiple choice you will get where you only tick mark will be required. And secondly, SAQ, short answer type, where you have to answer in one line and where you have to write. She knew 2 or 3 letters and she knew anyhow to draw a cat or a crow. But none of these could Siddha even remotely copy. What was the problem of Siddha? She did not know how to copy even the letters or the picture. Nothing. Remotely copy it. Really, he didn't know. Anyhow, he tried. She said, examining his effort. Is this how I have drawn the crow like a teacher? She is asking a question. Is this how I have drawn the B? Naturally, 3 letters, A, B, C, and something like that. She pitied him and redoubled her efforts to teach him. She redoubled her efforts so that her friend could learn the art of writing the letters which she knew and the pictures she knew. But that good fellow, though an adept at controlling the mood, was utterly incapable of plying the pencil. What happened? The person has been introduced to us as a person who knew the moon, who could give the orders to the moon. And such a talented person was not able to copy a letter or to draw a simple picture. That was the thing. Incapable of applying the pencil, incapable of running the pencil on the paper. Consequently, it looked as though Leela would keep him there, pinned to his seat till his stiff, inflexible wrist cracked. Try to enjoy the line, boys. Consequently, as a result of it, what happened? It looked as though Leela would keep him there, pinned to his seat. Pinned. Pin has been used as a verb. Pinned to his seat till his stiff, inflexible wrist cracked. His wrist was inflexible and till it cracked, it began to pain, it began to ache. He felt that Leela is going to keep him sitting there for a longer period of time, and his wrist was inflexible, he was not in a mood to write anything more. So he sought relief by saying, you have seen many naughty students in your life, many of your classmates who are not in a mood to study. They play mischief. Here, Siddha, a mature person, played a mischief in order to get relief from the teacher Leela. He used to say, I think your mother is calling you in to dinner. Your mother is calling in to dinner. And dinner is ready. And Leela was asked by Siddha to go there and have a dinner. Leela would drop the pencil and run out of room, and the school hour would end. What was there? Leela, the child, would leave the pencil and run towards mother because it was told by Siddha that mother is calling for dinner. After dinner, Leela ran to her bed. What had happened? Leela ran to her bed. Siddha had to be ready with the story. Now, another greatness, imaginative feature, fertile imagination, whatever you will say, is again coming alive in front of Siddha's character. You see, Siddha's basic trait, you can say, a speciality of Siddha. Leela had her dinner. She would run to her bed and she is now ready for a story. And very fertile imagination possessed by Siddha, he is going to tell a story. Had to be ready with the story. He sat down on the floor near the bed and told incomparable stories. You cannot compare it with any other story. Or in the incomparable stories of animals in jungle, of gods in heaven. God in heaven, animals in jungle, of magicians who could conjure up golden castle and fill them with little princesses and their pets. The magicians who can create, conjure up golden castle, golden forts and all where princesses there and their pets. All these kind of stories were told by Sita. And naturally, she enjoyed it very much. In the childhood, all of us heard the stories of king, queen, giant, and all, hosts and all. And now she is enjoying innocent child. Whatever is being said, she is going to enjoy. So, boys, uh, we will proceed further next day. Today, up to this portion, Siddha told a story to Leela every day after day. Okay, boys, goodbye.